The Flash number 62, Joshua Williamson writing, Christian Duce on the art. At least I think it was. Did I double check that? I don't know
Yeah,
if I did.
no, it was Deuce.
Yeah, it's
It was
Duce.
Deuce.
Okay.
I read this morning. It was
That's
the last
good.
thing I read.
That's good.
I wish I'd read it earlier, but
What does that mean?
yeah, we'll find out.
Is that because he wished he'd got it out of the way and had something good afterwards, or is it because it was so good he wished he'd gotten more time?
Yeah,
with
I
it?
don't know. I don't know which way this is going.
Yeah.
I actually don't either.
Yeah. What do you think, Connor? You know how I am with Williamson and the Flash.
Yeah, well, Car's been more muted than in the Flash recently, I think.
Yeah, I know how I feel about this, but that doesn't mean it translates to how Matt feels.
No, so this is my main issue with Williamson is that one issue is so well written and so well paced, and then the next one is just info dump upon info dump, and it just feels. I don't want to say lazy because I don't want to accuse Williamson of being lazy, but I just feel like this might have been 2 issues worth of stuff that he crammed into one, and it didn't flow very well.
Okay, I can see that.
I wish I'd done it earlier and not saved it.
It didn't have the best dialogue at points either.
No,
I'd say it was more of a middle of the road issue of Flash for Williamson. Just kind of part of his run, but not one of his standouts.
Still not as bad as the Shade stuff.
Yeah,
but it's
I
up
agree
there
with
with
that.
the stuff that I haven't liked more recently.
I want to say the point where Psych actually yells "Psych!"
Psych.
Got ya.
Oh yeah.
That is one of the worst bits of dialogue in the entire run.
If the object of this issue was to make us question Psych and his motives, it failed because I was like, nah, you don't trust this dude.
Yeah.
Straight up. Never.
Yeah.
Never. I'll tell you what I do like though. I like that Commander Cole's got a hoverbike that he's riding around Central City as he's policing it.
Those few pages are probably the best of the book.
I like that a lot. I thought Matt might get into the backstory for Gemini a little bit because they're basically evil Indiana Jones figures who are looking for relics.
I wish they'd take off those stupid masks because those masks look terrible. But no, I do like that, and I like the quest for immortality. They're aware of all the forces. Makes them a nice foil for this. Like plot wise, this is fine. It's the Psych explaining his origin and then super monologue. As I'm reading it this morning, I'm just like, geez, man, this is why I can understand people not liking the Flash book right now.
I like the kind of the ending of it when they come back out and like he tries to bullshit his way more and say, "Oh, I'm still working for Argus. This is my cover story," and Iris basically just shoots him down. And I like that Barry does immediately say, "No, look, Gemini, I'm going to trust Iris. I don't give a shit. Even if you hadn't just betrayed me in there, I'm not going to not trust Iris here." So I like that character beat just kind of for what it means. Otherwise, I kind of agree though. Too much exposition. The main plot of the issue after he's on the roof telling them stuff for about 5 pages is that they're getting into roulette's gambling casino as opposed to other casinos. I don't know, it was redundant.
I do like seeing Roulette though. Roulette is one of my low key favorite villains. She's got a great look with the dragon tattoo going up her leg and the sunglasses. Has she always had that cheek tattoo though, or is that something that Deuce has just added?
I don't know.
Because if you look,
I don't remember well enough.
I don't either.
I think Matt went to see the girl with the dragon tattoo and was disappointed that it wasn't Roulette.
You're not wrong.
Would have been better.
The Royal Flush Gang, and it's just all
Which I love that too, because you guys recognize that Royal Flush Gang?
A specific Royal Flush Gang?
Yeah, that's the Royal Flush Gang from Batman Beyond.
Oh, okay.
And when I saw Ace talk, I got a little upset because Ace doesn't talk.
No, I think what Matt said was actually right. I think the plot in this issue is actually perfectly fine. I like all the developments that happen plot-wise.
Yeah, I like it in theory.
Yeah.
If we just talk about what happened, it's fine.
Yeah.
But actually reading it is kind of a chore.
I'd say it's kind of the early to middle sort of half of it. If from about page 2 through page 14 is where you've got all this info dumping that's kind of rough.
A large majority of the issue, isn't it?
But barring, of course, the cutaway to Commander Cold,
I loved all that too because it looks like they end up in a trickster warehouse.
Yeah, it looks like a trickster lair of
which
some
he
kind.
recognizes is like, oh no, this isn't meant to be happening yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I love that she's on the back of the hoverbike as well, and they're Burns and Cold are doing their investigation.
Williamson builds a great supporting cast. We've seen this throughout, so that's not surprising. I do like Iris also going back up to Mockingbird. Not Mockingbird.
Magpie.
Yeah.
Magpie.
knew it was one of the type of birds. But yeah, he goes to Magpie to find out about Psyche. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like the Strength Force is cool. I don't think I'm behind the Sage Force. It's still kind of amorphous.
Seems a bit more wishy-washy, doesn't it? I don't.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because like, if he's not an agent of Argus, did he build that helmet? Like, did the Sage Force tell him? You know, did it provide it for him? Like, kind of like the Speed Force suit. Like, where'd this come from?
Did he?
You know?
He probably stole it from someone.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff there that I like the questions that are being there, but again, all that exposition out of him, and I don't like him as a character. Like,
Yeah, you get weaker issues once in a while. It's not the
yeah,
end of the world.
and obviously, you know, I'm still not feeling the Geminis.
Well, on the upside, Cara, we're now like 4 issues into this arc, so you probably only have maybe 1 or 2 of them left.
I hope so. My concern is that the Geminis have powers now. Are they going to be a recurring villain?
yeah, I hope
We'll see.
not.
We'll see. But I mean, this arc should end just before the crossover, actually, because
Yeah.
I imagine. So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, what are you giving it, Matt? What are you giving?
It's a 6.5.
Connor?
It's a 5.
I'll call it a 6. I'll split the difference. Like, I didn't hate it. Like, as much as I agree with all these complaints, I thought the plot beats were fine. It was just a bit overwritten and
Yeah, it's why
clunky.
I don't hate it either. The art's fine throughout. Like, you know, it's not standout, but it's solid. And like I say, we're talking about all the plot developments. There's nothing wrong with any of it. It's just not the best written.
I mean, yeah, because we had those shade issues we didn't like way back in like the teens. So the best stuff still came after that. So there's no reason to be concerned going forward. It's just,
I'm definitely not. I'm not really feeling this arc, but this run has had that for me, where it's been a bit up and down. I wasn't feeling the negative Flash stuff, and I'm not really feeling this one. But you know, all that stuff in between, I was really into.
well, it's a 100 issue run. If he has 3 or 4 clunkers throughout, then
Yeah, I'm
end
okay
of the
with
world.
that.
It's gonna happen. John's did too, because last year I went back and read his Flash run, and there's some issues you're like, oh, geez, good thing you became a better writer, bud.